Hey, this is WebJudah 1977 here. Back in the Oasis once again, of course. Wait for a little bit here. Try to get some people in here. You know what time it is. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Get some people in here and see what happens. So, yeah, we'll get some people in here. Chat a little bit. I didn't name it Oasis just because I plan to go a little longer than 60 minutes, hopefully. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. See if that works out for me. I mean, how that is, right? But see what happens here. Usually takes a little while to get some people in here, so we'll see. See how many people we can get in here first, and then we'll see whether I get enough people to do a giveaway. And probably what I'll probably do is have like a trivia question. Have like, okay, first person tell me which of the three movies, actually two of them are movies, one of them's a television show, all from the 80s. First one that tells me which one out of three they want will be the category, and then I ask the question from that one. First one that answers it will get the gift card. So, but we'll see how it goes in order to see if we can get a few people to want to play. So, I'd like to get at least, I don't know, 6, 8 people. At least 4, but preferably 6 or 8 people that want to participate. But we'll see. Hello. So what shirt I have on? Oh. how's it going? Hell yeah. Question. Is it supposed to smell like fruit stripe gum? Unless it was with something really fruity. The dye might smell. I don't. Is that a possibility? I put it on. I was like, something smells like fruit stripe gum. I was like, oh, it's a shirt. That's my sniffers broke. I don't know. You know how it gets when you get old. Stuff starts failing you. You know what I mean? Yeah, it smells like fruit stripe gum or something. It's weird. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying. That is weird. Maybe it's the something you washed it in. I don't know. To me, it smells like fruit stripe gum, which is kind of weird. Fun, cool, but kind of weird. Chew on. Yeah, you got that right. It's like a really good flavor for like 30 seconds. You might be giving it too much credit at the 30 seconds, but yeah. Possibly. If that's what it is, I want some of it. Shit smells good. How's it going, Mr. Todd Jumper? Glad you could join me. See if we can get some more people in here. That will be awesome. Alright, just found my way. Hell yeah, Todd. It's been worse. Good, so you could chew on it. The dye won't hurt. I don't know if you know her. I don't know if you know her or not, Todd, but this is my sister. She's actually the one that made this shirt. Did a hell of a good job on it. Old Slimer here. He might try to eat the damn shirt as hungry as he gets. Hell yeah, it is, and it's pretty awesome. I like the spiral, kind of like reminiscent of superstar Billy Graham, which is awesome. And of course, Grateful Dead. They were big into tie-dye as well. Yeah, I'm going to try to do some more stuff on my YouTube here coming up, hopefully. I'm going to be streaming some more Elden Ring. It's a really good game. It's challenging, but it's really good. So, I mean, sometimes that goes, hand in hand. I couldn't get it as good as... Hey, it looks great to me. But yeah, I'm going to start trying to do some more stuff on my YouTube channel here coming up. Get some more content. I'm going to try to go back to the retro streams again. Of course, I'm going to continue with the 60 Minutes in the Oasis series. I want to change the look of my YouTube channel a little bit. I want to change the banner up as soon as I can figure out how to. I'm sure it's not as difficult as I'm making it out to be, but I want to change the banner of my YouTube channel. The one I have now is alright. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just outdated now. It's just old. Kind of want to refresh it, make something new. My nephew actually made it, and he did a good job on it. So, but maybe I'll get him to make me another one or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But give him kind of an idea of what I want. But yeah, the he did a great job on the first one, so we'll see how that goes. Want to kind of change it up a little bit, make it look a little different and new. And like I said, I want to come back out with the retro game streams, the Back to the Retro, and of course continue with the 60 minutes in the Oasis, and try to do at least one giveaway a month. If I get enough people in here tonight, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. The only thing is, I'm not going to do a wrestling stream this time. I'm going to make it a lot quicker. I'm going to ask everybody. I'm going to get them to pick between three. Actually, two of them were 80s movies. Or wait a minute, three of them were 80s movies. And the fourth one is an 80s series. Cartoon series. And then, like, the first answer I get will be which genre we go with, which movie or, which one we go with. Then I'll ask the question within that I have wrote down, and the first person that gets that question correctly wins the gift card. And I'll explain all that as soon as enough people get in here. That it's a PlayStation gift card again. $25 PlayStation gift card. So I'll explain all that. I don't really need to explain it right now because there's not enough people in here yet. But yeah, just gotta be subscribed. But I'll explain it later. I'll mention it here in a little bit when I get a little more people in here to see who wants to participate. First time. I appreciate it. Appreciate a subscribe and hit that bell notification. Even though the bell notification's broke, I don't know. YouTube will still see that someone hit the bell notification, even though it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work for me anyway, and I've heard of a lot of people tell me that it doesn't work anymore. So, but you know how that goes. But appreciate a subscribe, and as soon as I get on my computer, I don't know if I can do it with my phone, but as soon as I get on my computer, I'll subscribe to. Therefore I'll subscribe back to you, whether you have content on your channel or not. Yeah, I only get bell notifications for like big channels for some reason, even then not all the time. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. It seems like it wants to works when it wants to work, and most of the time it doesn't want to work. So, I've heard of a lot of complaints about it, but my buddy Transparent 38 on here on YouTube, he'll ask me all the time. He'll say, "Did you get a notification on my video?" And I'll say, "No, I didn't get the notification." So, like, I just uploaded a video, or I just went live. Didn't you get a notification? Now, did you hear American Pickers is coming to PA? I thought of the Oasis, nothing. Oh, it's for sale for the right price. I doubt that they would pay the prices on a lot of this stuff because they probably don't know enough about it. I don't know. They might know stuff about it. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. A lot of it isn't. For the right price, I suppose, but they'd be better off buying it somewhere else. Because, you know, people typically tend to, like, if someone asks her, what do you want to sell that for? They typically, like on American Pickers, as a matter of fact, they typically say some crazy number that no one's going to want to pay for it. Just so they can throw a number out there. And it's a win-win for them because either A, they're going to be like, fuck that, I'm not going to pay that much money for it. And they'll leave you alone. Or they'll pay that crazy price for it. And you'll have some money. You know what I mean? That you can basically just turn around and go back and buy what you just bought and have a little bit of money left over kind of deal. So, I mean, it's kind of a win-win, I guess. It's kind of the strategy, I believe, that they use on there. They'll just throw out a fucking number, like crazy number that nobody's gonna want to pay. That way they can't say, oh, they told me it wasn't for sale, blah 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 blah. They didn't tell you that. They just gave you an outrageous price that you're not gonna want to pay anyway. So it's kind of like, I don't want to sell it, but if you really need it, here's how much I want. Basically. But yeah, I showed this on a standalone video, but it's the game I've been playing a lot of right now. Still play Conan Exiles. I'll never get tired of Conan Exiles, but this is an awesome game. If you like Dark Souls, you'll love this. And this is so much better, I've heard from people. I didn't really play a whole lot of Dark Souls, but yeah, this is very challenging. It's not quite as difficult as they make it out to be, I guess. The bosses are difficult, but definitely a challenging game, which is always a good thing, because you don't want a game you can just go in and beat in a couple hours and be like, all right, it doesn't have any side missions or anything. But definitely an awesome game, definitely worth picking up. There's the back of it. Although, for sake of anyone doing what I did, screwing up like I did, I'll tell you my little story real quick before we get started. Went into GameStop right by the Walmart. My mindset was, well, not only does GameStop close before Walmart does, but they typically have a better selection. I don't go into GameStop a lot, except for new games and figures and stuff. But I decided I'm going to go into GameStop first because, number one, GameStop's did not open as long, and I don't have to worry about Walmart closing. And number two, Walmart might not have it, because last time I went to a Walmart, they didn't have it. Right? This is in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. So I go into the GameStop, buy it. It was $59.99. So like, all right, whatever. Go to the Walmart, I'm looking around. Lo and behold, look, they got it. And they have it for $49.99. I was like, that figures. It figures. And the thought crossed my mind to take it back to GameStop, get my money back, and then go back to Walmart and $10 cheaper. But I was like, nah, never, I got it now. I'm not worried about it. But for anyone else that's planning on buying it, you might want to buy it at Walmart for $49.99 and not at GameStop for $59.99. And it's weird because I don't know whether Walmart screwed up or not, but I just saw it there yesterday, I think. I saw it there the day I bought this, which is a couple weeks ago, a week ago at least. And I just saw it there really recently, as of like yesterday or the day before. They still have the PS4 and the PS5 version for $49.99. And there's actually a tag right below the PS5 version that literally says PS5 $49.99. So they clearly have it marked for some reason the same price for the PS5 is for the PS4. Why? I have no clue. But yeah. I was going to get this on PS4 just because that way I could play it on the 4 or the 5. But I was like, never mind. I should have got it for PS4, I guess. But it is what it is. Who cares? Paid $10 extra for it. I figured I'd piss that away at somewhere else anyway, so why not? But now that we got 5 people in here, a show of hands, if I have a giveaway, it'd be for a PSN gift card right here. $25 PlayStation Store card. If anybody wants to play a little trivia game, really quick trivia game, and has use of this, please only do it if you have use for this or plan on giving it to somebody that will have use for it, because otherwise it's no point. That, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, and that's about it. Anybody wants to play, what I'll do is I'll give 4 different choices to ask a question about, and it's not going to be a real easy question, and it's not going to be a real difficult question. And I realize that people are going to Google it on their phone, and that's fine. It's not it's just going to be the first person to answer it correctly. But if anybody wants to participate, let me know, and we'll get enough people, and I'll say the 4 different, there's 3 movies and 1 series in the 80s to pick from, and the first answer of which one I should do will be the category we go with, the movie or show we go with, and then the first person to answer it correctly will get the card. So, and I'll say it again here in a little bit when more people get in probably, but I'm going to go ahead and say it since it says there's 5 people in here, but who knows if that's accurate or not, because half the time it's not. But I've seen 1 or 2 people talking to me and it says there's 0 people watching. But clearly there's someone watching if they're talking to me, but between that and the bell notification, which they don't really go hand in hand, because the bell notification is YouTube's problem, and that little thing up there tells you how many people are on is probably PlayStation's problem. Maybe YouTube, I don't know. But what up, Mr. Liquid? I'm pretty sure you want to play, right, brother? I have at least 1 participant. Do I hear 2? Or 3 or 4? Even 1 will work, but I'd like to at least get 2. That way, you know what I'm saying? Alright. So we got Liquid Cool 360. Obviously he wants... Alright, so Stephanie. Oops. What I'll do is I'll write your names down. That way if I ask the question and somebody else comes in and answers it, I'll know that by looking at this paper I have, or piece of cardboard in this case, I'll know that their name's not there, therefore it doesn't count. So, and I won't even comment on it. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong, I won't comment on it. So I'll give it a few minutes here. Alright, Mr. Todd Jumper. So we got 3 participants. So I'll give it a few minutes here. And I'll ask one more time. See if we can get anybody else. And if not, if so, I'll put their name down. If not, we'll go ahead and do it. It'll be quick and simple. It won't be the wrestling games. It'll just, like I said, it'll be, for anybody just tuning in, if you want to do the giveaway, just got to be subscribed. And I got 3 movies here, 3 80s movies, 1 80s series, animated series. I'm pretty sure everybody will know what that is if they just look at my stuff. I'm pretty sure they'll know what 1 or 2 of the movies are too. First person to tell me which one they want, which one I should ask the question from, that'll be the one I ask. And then the first person that answers it correctly will get the card. So, pretty quick. It won't be long at all. So, I'll ask one more time. Okay, so we got Steph, we got Robbie, we got Todd. Does anyone else want to participate? And I'll give it to, if you see the time up there on the top right, top left, I'll give it to 27 minutes. At 27 minutes, if no one has answered yes, I'll play or whatever, then we'll go ahead with a giveaway. So, and then I'll just, I got all 3 of your information's easy enough. Of course, one of them's my sister, so obviously I have her information easy enough. Robbie's like a brother to me. Got his information easy enough. Todd, I talked to him a good bit too, so got his information easy enough. So, alright, so there's 27. Alright, so only Stephanie, Robbie, who is Liquid Cool 360, and Todd Jumper, they're going to be the only 3 that count when it comes to my next 2 questions here. Okay, so here's the 3 movies in the series. Okay, so here's the ones you want to pick from. First person to tell me which one they want, that's the one I'll answer. Rocky, Ghostbusters 2 specifically, Back to the Future, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series. First one to tell me which one they want, that's the one I'll answer, or that's the one I'll ask. Alright, Back to the Future. Good choice, good choice. Alright, so here's the question for the Back to the Future. First person to get both names right. There's 2 names I'm looking for here. What were the 2 names for Doc Brown's dogs? They're the same dog, but just in a different... If anybody knows the Back to the Future series, they know what I'm talking about. In an alternate timeline, he had 2 names for his dogs. For his dog. What were the 2 names? The 2 different names for his dogs. For his dog. Can't say dogs because it's really only one, but it's a little confusing. But there's a lot of that movie that's confusing. But there's 2 names I'm looking for. I don't even know why I'm looking at this paper, because I already know it without even looking at the paper, but I'm a Back to the Future nut, though, so I would have got it right away. Okay, so I'll repeat it one more time. Well, as many times as you want, doesn't matter. And again, Liquid, Todd, and Stephanie are the only ones that count for the answer. And that is, in alternate timelines, the name of Doc Brown's dog changed. So I'm looking for two names. What two names did he have for his dog? This might be a little too hard of a. This may be little too hard of a question. Oh, there it is. Copernicus and Einstein. Stephanie is the winner. Alrighty. I'll be sending you the picture of the code here pretty soon, Steph. Oh, congratulations! All right. Oh. Take the name, or take a picture of the code here. Alrighty. Oh. Alright, let's see. There you go. Well, it's supposed to be sending. It says it's trying. It's got a check mark here. Oh, wait a minute, let me see. That made it boost it. Alright, so I guess I'll just rest of the time I'll just chat here. But yeah. I'm gonna continue to do the wrestling streams as well, like giveaways, but every once in a while I'm gonna change it up. Do different ways to give away stuff, so you never know when. I'm gonna at least try to do once a month. I'm gonna do a giveaway, at least. And if I decide to do some surprises, it'll be more than that. But yeah, it should have sent by now. Still sitting there like it wants to send. I sent it through Messenger. Yeah, that Einstein's obviously the one that everybody would get right away, but yeah, that's the Copernicus is the harder one, obviously. Because Doc Brown was even surprised that. Oh, what did I miss? Have you tried that new space cook? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have tried that actually. Sorry, I didn't see your question. I'm spacing out here. Spacing out. There we go. I'm spacing out here a little bit. I can't say I didn't like it, and I can't say I liked it. I mean, it was kind of middle of the ground for me. It wasn't bad, and it wasn't that great. Kind of. It was all right. I mean, but to me, it kind of tasted, and a lot of people might laugh when I say it, kind of reminded me of vanilla Coke, but with something else in it, like raspberry, or I'm not sure what kind of, but it reminded me of like a vanilla Coke with something else. I don't know. What did it remind you of, Todd? Did you try it, or I'm assuming you tried it since you're asking me, but for me it kind of reminded me of like a vanilla Coke, but like maybe raspberry in it or something. I don't know. It was alright though. I mean, I watched this on YouTube. I watch, and you should go check it out. But it's a New Zealand family on YouTube that tries out like um, mostly American snacks and foods, sometimes Canadian stuff like that, and they try new stuff. It's a really awesome show. I think a really awesome YouTube channel. And one of them they just tried out recently was just mac and cheese flavors, and one of them was cotton candy mac and cheese. I was like, wow, that doesn't even. Ugh, I don't know. I like mac and cheese and I like cotton candy, but ugh. And they call it floss or something, tooth floss or something like that. I can't remember what the hell. I can't remember exactly what they call it, but candy floss. They call it candy floss in New Zealand and in probably England and Australia, which are very similar. Yeah, it's. I'll be back. Oh, God. Okay. No worries. No problem at all. But yeah. See, that's what I thought too. But they actually have a cherry vanilla Coca-Cola already, so I don't think they would do vanilla and cherry again. But who knows? Because they have those. They have. I don't know if they're trying to. Here's my theory on it. Because they have. What was the other one? Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew has that voodoo. The voodoo Mountain Dew. It's not a specific flavor they pick. It's like a mystery flavor. I'm wondering if that's what Coca-Cola's doing with their Starlight Coca-Cola. You know what I mean? If they're just putting a flavor in there and it gets you to guess what it is, rather than being a new flavor. I don't know. Maybe it could be. I guess I'm not sure, but it could quite possibly be that. But I don't know. But to me, it tastes like vanilla Coke with something else. But I can't quite place what the something else is. I think if you read the bottle itself, I believe it said something about raspberry. So I don't know whether the taste got me thinking it might be raspberry flavor in it, or just the fact that I read it on the bottle and it said something about raspberry that made me think that I tasted the raspberry. You know what I mean? Putting thought, you know what I mean? I don't know. But because if it was the second one, if it was just because I read it off the bottle, like, oh yeah, I tasted raspberry in there. It might not really taste it. It might put those suggestions in your mind from reading it off the bottle. I don't know. I mean, it's possible. But if it's the other way around, you tasted it and then like find it on the bottle. You know what I mean? You can kind of be easily suggestive. Suggestive thoughts. You know what I mean? Like They Live. One of my favorite freaking movies. The subliminal messages they got. Kind of the same deal. But we'll try to go at least an hour here before I jump off, but we got the giveaway done pretty quick. Did that come through, Steph? It still hasn't come through for some reason. Or unless it just didn't go through because you didn't check your messages. I've sent it through Facebook Messenger, so if you check it there and see if it comes through. It's got the circle with the check, but most of the time it lights up blue You know what I mean? It doesn't just stay, the check mark doesn't just, it just doesn't stay empty like that. So I don't know. I'm not sure whether it went through yet or not. Huh. Still on the... I'm not sure whether it worked or not. I mean, I can easily give it to you. If it didn't go through, just let me know and I'll send it some other means. Maybe text message or... Oh. But yeah, I'll try to at least go an hour here before I jump off. And I'll probably play a little bit on my game here after I'm done for a few minutes and before I go in the house. Oh. Update on the Oasis, a new a problem I had, I guess I should say. The lights. Obviously, you can see they're working now. Okay, cool. Obviously, you can see they're working now. But, I had to get off. Oh, okay. But, obviously, you can see the lights working now, but they messed up on me. What it is I got some switches for the game room that look like arcade buttons. So I changed the one out, popped them both out, and put the new switches in, and they don't work. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm thinking they were the switches, so I go buy new switches. Put them in. They don't work. I tried all kinds of combinations of... After I got them old switches out, for some reason the new switches aren't working. And nothing's working. Like, it's... I don't know. It's strange. I've never had a problem with electrical work that bad in my life. So I got it rigged up here. It's safely rigged up now, not unsafely. But, I got it rigged up now to work, but I just don't get... I don't know what the heck happened to it. It's weird. Very weird. Indeed. So yeah, it's... I just don't... I don't get it. I don't know why it did that, but... Sandy had my wife, in case you didn't know who that was, had one of them little boxes up there. You could see it up there, actually, above the arcade cabinet. There's a box plugged in the wall. It has a little remote control. And I just plugged the lights into it, ran the extension cord over. Didn't have an extension cord that had 3 prongs, like the lights require, or have an adapter to plug in it to go from 2 to 3. So I just put a wired extension cord, cut the female end off of it, ran it into an actual little junction box, wired up a receptacle, put a cover on it, and just hung it up there. Close to the other one that's in the actual ceiling. Then just run the cord down to the switch. Works great, so... I just don't know what the hell happened to it. Weird. Doesn't make any sense at all. But... it's working now, but... oh, and everything else on the circuit works. Because this whole wall that you can't see, there's 1, 2, 3 receptacles before it gets to the two switches, for one for outside, one for in here. There's those three receptacles and two switches on that circuit. All the receptacles work, switches don't. Fucked up. I don't get it. And what I did is the two back here, the one behind the arcade cabinet, is the one between that one and the top one up there. I'll plug my heater or my air conditioner in, and I gave it its own circuit, so it wouldn't overload and pop the breaker and all that fun stuff. So yeah, but I don't know what it was. I don't know what happened. What I did to make it screw up. I just don't get it. At first I thought it was the white ones tied together because the one popped out, and I was like, oh crap, there's the problem. So I put it back in. I made sure it was in the clamp time. Not clamp, but the wire nut. Nothing. So I don't know. Just don't get it. So we found. Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with people doing it themselves, because electricians are expensive. I remember last I remember, well, Aunt Sis, she was wanting to fix that receptacle, or she didn't know what it was, but there was one receptacle in her bedroom, or there's two in her bedroom and one in Lisa's room that wouldn't work. And I already knew, as soon as she said that, I knew what it was. It was the first one in line in her bedroom was screwed up, so therefore wouldn't give power to the other one, or the one in Lisa's room, which were all in the same circuit. So just by replacing the receptacle would fix it. She didn't want me to do it. She wanted to call a professional, and they were going to charge you $80 just to show up. So I can't even imagine what it is nowadays, however many years later. All the inflation and shit, yeah, it would be crazy now. Just probably be $150 to come out, just to come out. And then to fix whatever it was, the money on top of that, yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way they do it sometimes. I don't know why. The double wide I live in, they do that kind of shit all the time. Like two or three receptacles in the kitchen are the same on the one wall in my bedroom or bathroom or whatever. Or I think the laundry room and my master bath is the same circuit, because they're like right on the other side of the wall from them, you know. So, but yeah, they do some crazy shit. But yeah, we've got about, well, almost 10 minutes to go, or a little over 10 minutes to go. Probably go to an hour and then jump off. Appreciate everybody that stopped in. Or Jeff flipped off. Or Jeff. Oh jeez. Yeah, that is strange. I don't get the theory behind, like, I get it to put so many in a line, I get that, but kind of space, you know what I mean, make it so this room's that room, that room's that room. Oh, jeez. It's a big mess. Yeah, it's definitely a big mess. Like I said, people that are amateurs, like basically me, 'cause, I mean, I had 3 years of VOTEC, but compared to an electrician, I'm an amateur. You get too many amateurs because of the cost. Decide, no, I can put it in myself, and then yeah, it might work, it might not work. Sometimes even if it works, eventually it screws up on them or causes a fire, or yeah. Yeah, this was just a bunch of yeah, like the George Lopez show. I don't know if you remember that or not. Angie wanted an office, and they put it in the got to make or got to pay these guys like a couple cases of beer to put it put it together to build his room. That was like their payment or whatever. He goes, George is like, how much you want to build it? He said, a couple cases of beer. He said, beer? You just want me to just buy you beer? He guy's like, well, that's where the money's going anyway, so may as well. Yeah. Yeah, when they get in office for Angie's uh, business, we're planning. And if I'm gonna make it to an hour, I guess I will. But yeah. Oh, if Jeff's looking for a challenging game, Steph, Elden Ring. Really awesome game. Feel like it's like open world fighting games. Definitely a good game. Hell yeah, it's like a medieval game, and you can upgrade your weapons and armor and all that stuff. I actually have a short video of it on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out, or if he wants to check it out, where I'm farming for runes, which is currency. I'm basically killing soldiers to get enough runes, which are money, to level up, to show you the level up system and all that. And I'll probably be doing, I'll definitely be doing other streams with it. It's funny, I drink a soda and caffeine don't even really affect me anymore. It don't seem like trying to fall asleep sitting in this chair. I drink almost a whole can of soda. When you guys have time and aren't working 7 days a week, he's probably gonna be making a trip to Tennessee. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Sounds cool. I need to get out there one of these days and see my good buddy Robbie, Liquid Cool 360 on here. He lives in Ohio. I need to get out and see him one of these days, figure out a good day to go and what day's best for him, if there's any days that are best for him, and get out there and see him. Maybe 2 days that way, you know what I mean? Like, go out, because it's going to be a 5-hour drive or something. Get out there and have a hotel room and stay, and then maybe go back the next day before I go home, but like a 2-day kind of thing, I think it'd be neat. but working 10-hour days while he's there. So yeah, I hear you there. Got us to vote on the 10-hour 410s, and then we worked 410s for what, 3-4 weeks, and now since then we've been working Fridays. We have had the last couple Fridays off though, which is awesome. There for a while we were working at least 6 days, sometimes 7 days, and jeez, give us a break once in a while, you know. Everybody needs a break once in a while, you know. That was one thing I could say about Belgium. When I went over there from work, nobody works Sunday. Everything was closed. Everything was closed. I mean, I'm sure, you know, some things were open, but and the hospitals and police station, all that stuff's got to stay open. But for the most part, you know, nobody works on Sunday. Yeah, it does, for sure. I don't mind the overtime, I just don't like it all the time, you know what I mean? And there's people in there that just don't get it. They're like, oh, think of the money. I was like, I'm thinking of the money, and it really isn't that fucking great. People that say that are people that don't have children, and if they do have children, they're grown up, moved out, and don't have much else to do but work. If I wasn't married and had kids, I'd probably live in there too, just to make money. Just to not be bored, but that's, you know, wife and kids, you kind of want to see them eventually, you know. And people were like, you know, thinking the money, and I'm thinking about it, and it's not worth the time I'm losing from my kids, you know. I can't, all the money in the world's not going to buy you a time machine to go back in time and watch them grow up again. It only happens once, and after that, it's too late to watch. It's too late to see that, you know. So it's like, I'm thinking of the money, and it really isn't that fucking great, you know. Oh. So yeah, we're coming up on an hour. I'll probably just go ahead and time. Yeah, exactly. And not only that, to get shit done around here, like, especially in the summertime when we have to mow grass and all that shit. You know, there's shit we gotta do here too. Normal household shit that needs done. But yeah, hour here, I'll jump off here. It was nice seeing everybody come out. Thank you very much for participating in the game, and yeah, in the giveaway. Game sorta, I guess this is kind of a game sorta. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for everybody that comes in and watches it later. Make sure you check out all the links in the description below. Once this video is uploaded, I'll be putting them in there. Make sure you check out our Ghostbusters charity group down at the bottom. As you can see, on Facebook at Retro Gaming Ghostbusters. Make sure you check us out and try to get a hold of us and do a gig, because we haven't done any for a while. This COVID shit and everything. Alright, I love you too. For sure. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate you coming out. Hope you enjoy that gift card. Buy a game or something. Maybe you could buy Elden, or you put it toward Elden Ring. I don't know if I think he has an Xbox though, doesn't he? He can get Elden Ring for Xbox too, but he just won't be able to play with on there with me, because it's not cross-platform compatible, at least not at the moment anyway. But yeah, I got a couple friends that have it for Xbox as well. They're loving it too, so yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, I'll meet you right back here in the Oasis.